Hi everyone, Scrappy Kathy here with Scrap Squad Sunday. And I have just, within the last hour or so, a couple of hours, arrived home from my trip. And I immediately went to Scrap Squad and got the lift for this week. And it's this one with the triangles kind of pointing to the central photo cluster with florals here and florals here. And, you know, I love florals. And the title is kind of split from the top and the bottom. And I think I'm going to do that too. I may not have quite as many little strips here and there. I will do some ripped washi tape in a couple places. I'm using Paige Evans' Garden Shoppe for the whole page. One of the photos I took on the trip was this one of Patrice next to a sign. We were at the on Avery Island in Louisiana at the McElhaney Tabasco factory, and we were kind of walking around on the self-guided tour, and one of the areas we passed said it's a bear frequenting area. Warning, do not feed or approach, leave immediate area and call so-and-so if spotted. So I got Patrice to pose by that with a scary look on her face. And so I'm gonna do the page in Paige Evans, which, you know, when I use the term pretty, it's synonymous with the kinds of designs that you get in a Paige Evans collection. So I'm going to do a pretty page, and that's not a judgment of the page, but it's a page done with pretty supplies. For a scary photo, so I'm going to call it Pretty Scary. So we'll see how that works out. I have taken one of the pattern papers, this one that's kind of plaid, but I turned it on and cut the triangles out of the sides that have the bands of color. So I've ended up with these. I'm not sure if I'm going to overlap or underlap. I think I may overlap a little bit. So we'll see. I've cut them and I've distressed them. And I've put foam behind them. Let's see, I think I may overlap a little bit there. And overlap a little bit here. Get that kind of centered. And then I'll kind of turn these edges up to really highlight them. Okay, and I'll turn that upside down. We'll do it again. I think I did most of the kind of repetitive, busy work off camera. And I think you probably can see what I did. To cut the sections I was going to use, I actually folded the paper in half and then used my cutting blade to cut down it, and then got the, if I had taken this, for example, it doesn't have the cohesive bands. This would have been pretty, but it wasn't it wasn't the look I was going for, and this look brings me just a little bit truer to the, get all the crumbs. There are lots of crumbs from the distressing. And I've picked out of the ephemera. I had my ephemera in a bowl and I've used some of it already. I picked out of the ephemera all the leaves and then all the flowers. And I picked florals that do not have the white edge. I like both, but I don't like using them together. So I'm going to use these on their own. And these are the leaves. And this one, of course, has the border, so I'm not going to use it. But all of these leaves, and I'm going to mix in some fall color leaves as well. But before I do any of that, I'm going to actually use this leaf stamp, and I'm going to stamp it in peeled paint, because I'm kind of wanting to really emphasize the greens in here. And since my clusters are going to go here and here, I'm just going to kind of assume that they'll, that these leaves will show. So I'm going to do 3 on each side, and then I'll probably end up covering most of them up. But I kind of thought, I think this might need to be re-inked at some point. Do you think? Let me just, I'm not going to think too hard about where this is going to go. And I'm not going to worry if I cover most or all of one up. Let's just do that. Okay. And then I'll do something similar down here. I'll just go like that. That one, of course, the part that didn't stamp well is on the part that's probably not going to get covered up. Let's see, let me see where my photo is going to go. The photo is going to go here, kind of right smack in the middle. So a little bit of that will show. I should have done this maybe curving down more like that. But it is what it is. This one will come that way. And then this one will. And I'm not going to worry if it's perfect. That's easy to say now that I know for sure that it's not perfect. It kind of is what it is. I'm going to go ahead and put this on because I need to have that spatial orientation there. I have matted the photo in this paper and a green pattern paper from the 6x8 pad. And so now I'm gonna do, well, actually, let me put my title on. I'm gonna get these alphas, and I'm just gonna, and this will determine kind of where the flowers go. The stripes are kind of straight, and I kind of want to go a little bit at an angle with this, so we'll see how this works out. I'm going to do this letter P right there, and then I'm going to go with an R. And then E. And 2 T's. I'll go with a lime green and a blue and a Y. I'll use the same, well, I'll do an orange Y. Okay, so there, and then I can do my flowers around there. And now I want the word scary down here. I'm just gonna do, let's see, I like a pink A, and then an R, and then I'll do a yellow Y. Let it go like that. Okay, so now I've got the placement of all of that. So now everything else can go around there. I think I'm going to put the flowers on, then I'll kind of put the leaves in underneath. I'll tuck them underneath the flowers. So let me get all this stuff out of the way, and I can start cutting my foam tape to go under the flowers. And I'm also doing the Scraptember prompt, which is hearts. And I've got a couple hearts, but there are also lots of hearts in the stickers. So I'm going to kind of sprinkle hearts around at the end of everything. So I'm going to put the bigger flowers on first, and I'm going to start kind of right there and leave it kind of sticking up. And I'm going to do, because we've got this blue bit down here, I'll layer up a blue flower kind of right under there. And then I might take let's see what I've got here. Another pink. I'm going to do a white. I think I'll take this larger white and kind of put it double foamed. And it will kind of overlap the scary. I'm going to move it over this way so you can see the blue flower. Now, I'm going to take some leaves and put a little foam so that they kind of have some dimension. I'm going to put that guy under the white. And again, it's kind of hiding the scary, and that's kind of, you know, by design and okay. I'm going to take this pink leaf and kind of put it right here in the under that. I'm going to bend it this way, and then I will take this dark green one and put it right there. And again, I'm going to lift it up. Okay, and I'll let those kind of bend up. I'll curve these up and these and this, kind of bend that. So we've got our dimension there. And now I'm going to do kind of the same thing. I'm just going to turn the page over this way. And I will start with this yellow flower. And I'll mount it. I don't want to overlap the photo too much because I don't want to lose the sign, but I'll kind of leave it there. And I'm going to do a bright pink, maybe right there. I'll double foam it. I just love this collection. It's, I'm a sucker for pretty florals, and you just never get prettier florals. And there we go. I didn't want any of the white frame to show, and go figure. I'm going to put this one here, but I want another flower maybe up here. I want this mix of flowers to be a little bit different than the one below. So let me get this pink kind of there. And then I'll do double foam on the white. My ex-daughter-in-law is upstairs cooking, and it smells so good. It's a big weekend. It's homecoming, and she came to watch Barrett play last night, and then he's got he and Ava are going to homecoming. He is, as a senior, there are different activities. He's got a group of people that are all going out to dinner. Well, they go to a country club that one of them belongs to, and they get photos made, and then everybody contributes to the cost of the photographer. And then they're going to they have dinner reservations, and then there's a party at one of the parents' homes. I'm gonna do this right there, and I like that, how the green leaf comes out there. I'm gonna do and so anyway, last night I was still on the road coming home from Louisiana, but in the stands were Katie and Barrett's mom with Katie, and Allie and Ava's mom with Allie and Ava, all up in the stands cheering Barrett's team on. And so it was a kind of, and then we've had, everybody's been in and out of the house today, and it's kind of interesting. It's a different mix of people than we usually have in the house, and everybody just, getting along so well, and it's just kind of cool. I love it. Let's see, if I put that there, does that cover too much of the green? I might prefer a green leaf there. Or do I want this one? I could have that one kind of coming through. Let me do this. That's kind of at an odd angle. How about if it went like that, and then we had this green one coming out here. There's not enough Maybe behind the green one I could have a pink one and this gold one. Let's try that. I'm gonna see. I'm gonna see if I hate it. Let's do that. And then I'm gonna take some glue, and I haven't touched this glue in a week. Oh, it comes out. Who knew? I'll do that because I want to let this show. And then this has some foam on it. So maybe that, okay? That's not too bad. Now I have to find place for, let me put this back in the bowl. I don't know where that bowl is. It's right here. I have some flare to get in there. Oh, I haven't put this guy in there yet, and I've got some foam. I got a little bit of foam to put. It's an odd shape, and it's a little long. I'm gonna let it go like that. Okay, and now I have this pink flare with kind of a geometric print that I thought might be pretty down here adjacent to that pink flower. And I have this orange flare that this was part of a fall collection from last year. I'm gonna sneak that here, kind of adjacent to that orange flower. So I've got some like things going on there. And I have this green one with the hearts, and it's similar to the print on her blouse, and it's exactly the same color as her blouse. It doesn't look it because of the colors in the photo, but I like it, so it's going on. It's not exactly perfect. I also have this geotag, which I thought I could do. I entertained the idea of photographing a little bottle of Tabasco sauce and putting that on all of the pages about that trip to Avery Island. And I may do that, but I didn't do the printing yet, so I'm not going to do it here on this page at this moment. I may do it one of these days. So I'm going to put, okay. Now it's not coming out. Okay, I'm going to put this little blue heart right here, and this little pink one kind of overlapping the other heart and this flare. Okay, there. Now, let's look at the other embellishments. I love these little dimensional butterflies, and I wanted to put a couple of those on. I like this one. If I put it there, it's got little vellum leaves. There's some mixed media look underneath on the chipboard part. And then it's got this glittery printed vellum that you can fold up. And I'm gonna do this kind of orange one that's been folded up. I'm gonna do that up on the white part, kind of right there. Okay. And then I want to look at the sticker book, I think it is. Yeah, that has the little tiny hearts. And I'm going to just start peeling them off. They're a beautiful rose gold. And I thought that would look beautiful on here. Let me do, I want some on the white and some on the patterned paper. And then I don't think it's going to take much more for this to be finished. I have some sequins out, and I would like to put some of those on. I might put that kind of right there, and then another one a little bit closer in here. And I want to pick a word strip or two. There's this little one in the shape of a ticket that says all smiles. And I want to get a little bit of foam to put behind it. And I'll find a place for it along here. I might line up some things, kind of like they did in the original. Okay, that's good. Let's see, I do want another heart, but actually, why couldn't I use, there's a little sticker that has a sunflower, and she and I were talking about how much John likes sunflowers, and she was saying that he got that from her. So she loves sunflower. And I don't want it to stick until I can get it maybe. Okay, it's stuck, so now I need something right there. And what can we do right there? What is there to do? Let me look at that ephemera. Pot again. There's a little white flower there. I wish it were smaller. See if I have anything smaller. Nope, that one's even bigger. That's kind of a, well, we'll go looking. We'll find something in, let's look at the puffy stickers. See if we can find a, okay. This heart may not be big enough, but it kind of works right there. And let me move this all smiles more centered under the photo. And let me see if I can find best today, our story, you make me happy, autumn vibes, big smiles. I've already used smile. How about blessed? Let's move it over. And then it kind of almost becomes part of that. Let's work on this again. I'm gonna move it again up a little higher so that there's some separation between it and the blessed. And I gotta get blessed straight. When you have lines, or at least when I have lines, I tend to feel like I need to for things to be straight. Otherwise, I kind of don't care. That's almost too many hearts there. Let's do one here on that flare. Okay, I'm gonna put that off to the side. Let me see if I can find the pin that goes back in my glue. I'm out of habit of, no idea where it is. I'll find it after I finish. In these stickers, I think I saw some bits. I like this always. That can go there. I'd kind of like something up here. How about beautiful? And for those of you who have watched me for a while, I did a while back, I did a page with 2 photos of Rick Springfield that he had put out on his Instagram feed. And I framed it and gave that to Patrice for her birthday. So that and a few items of clothing. So that was kind of fun. There's some just cute images on here that I think she would love. This little baby chicken. We had baby chickens around a lot when we were kids. So she'll remember that. Our dad was the news manager at the radio station and managing editor of the newspaper, but he also worked at, let's see, kind of right there, and then I can do something else cute up there. How about there's a puppy with a basket of veggies. There is, oh, there's a bird. Let's do the bird. And anyway, he worked at the feed store, so every time we'd go to the feed store, there were lots of baby chickens. So I'm gonna overlap the bird on that upper layer. Let me put another little layer of foam. And then I think we're done. Anyway, and we had a chicken yard in the back, so there were baby chickens that we hatched, and there were baby chickens that came home from the feed store, and baby chickens we could play with at the feed store, and baby guineas and geese and all kinds of things. Foul play. Okay, I think I'm done. I love that photo. I love the way she posed. And I love the memory, and I love the visit, and I love that girl right there. She'll always be my baby sister. She was happy to announce at the restaurant we went to, I'm gonna be 72 on Monday. and they were just so nice to her. They're just absolutely welcoming. I can't say enough about how happy Patrice is these days. And I can't find my pen, but I've cleared all that stuff away. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next Sunday for Scrap Squad Sunday. Oh, you know what I said I was going to do? I was going to do some strips of washi. So this is washi tape from Garden Shoppe. So I'm just going to rip it, and I'm going to put it kind of between those two there and between these two layers here, as if that's gonna hold them together. Okay, so that's done. And thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.